vehicle. As I was walking naked down the street, I could hear the van begin to move, and the door opened. The van came to an immediate halt, and the driver said to the boy, "You didn't close the door properly. He's gone," the driver exclaimed. The boy jumped out of the van, and the two of them began searching for me. I heard a pedestrian say to the occupants of the van that I was right there a few seconds ago. I made my way down the street, and everything was in a haze as in a drunken state. I came across people, and they laughed at me. They clearly were unaware that I had just escaped being kidnapped by members of the Hells Angels, or associates. I came across a police car, but an inner voice told me not to approach them. I took a right across the street and made my way around an industrial area. I came to a dead-end street with what appeared to be a marsh at the end. I entered the water, and I had no feeling of coldness. I was lying down amongst some reeds and began to pass out. I awoke to fear and decided to move from my position. I could hear people in front of me that were looking for me. I saw the SN hospital transfer van and another car of people in suits that were talking about sending dogs after me in order to locate me. I was lying on the embankment, and I could see the hospital transfer van guys looking around the industrial area for me. I should have retreated back to the reeds, but I was too weak and unable to process information clearly at this point in time. I was lying on the embankment at the edge of the road when the young kid from the hospital transfer van located me. I was picked up by both of the men, and I was dried off and placed into the body bag again. I had no concept of time during this escape. Everything was in a haze, and at times it was difficult to walk and see. When I came to, I tried to reopen the body bag. Fortunately, this time the zipper wasn't done all the way up for me, so it was easier for me to pick at it with my finger. The male, the older male, I believe Alan is his name, he noticed that I was trying to open the bag, so he decided to start beating me in the head. A person asked him, what he was doing, and he said to him that I was trying to escape again. So the other man started beating me as well. I was brought into a room that was tiled on the floor as well as the walls. It reminded me of a room where surgeons would work. In front of me was a chair that had green padding as well as restraints. It was mechanical and was operated via a control panel. I was strapped to the bed and was surrounded by people. Some of these people were from the probation office, and others I wasn't familiar with. They were all talking about my escape and informing others about it. Susan Stapleton was there, and she was clearly surprised that I had escaped from the van. They said no one has ever done that before. They decided that there might be something to me. I was questioned about my escape from the van, and I simply told them that I had opened the door. I recognized the male from the probation office who I poured my drink out on. His name is Roy, a member of the RCMP. I passed out shortly after a conversation about the hospital transfer van. They determined that they forgot to place the exterior bolt into place that should have prevented my escape from the van.